Hi Tigers, it's time for another Mindful Monday. Last week we talked about the prefrontal cortex. It is at the front of your head. The prefrontal cortex helps us make good decisions, pay attention, and learn. I want you to think about what you did yesterday. Where did you go? Who were you with? What was the weather like? What did you wear? What did you have for dinner? Now, even though you can't see it or feel it, there's a lot of neural activity happening in your hippocampus. It's trying to retrieve those experiences and combine them into a cohesive memory. Today, we're going to explore the hippocampus, which is right above the brainstem and above your ear. This is where your brain organizes, stores, and forms memories. The name hippocampus comes from the Greek word for seahorse, because the organ is shaped kind of like a seahorse. Hippo means horse, and campos means sea. The hippocampus is two symmetrical seahorse-shaped structures located in either side of the brain's medial temporal lobe. The hippocampus is responsible for housing our learning and memory. The hippocampus is approximately 1/3 the size of a gumball.
The hippocampus's main job has to do with memory. When a new event happens, the hippocampus prepares it to be processed as a new memory, linking it to both the senses and the emotions of the moment.
The hippocampus then categorizes the memory and files it to the appropriate part of the brain for long-term storage and retrieval when necessary.
The biggest impairment to the hippocampus is toxic stress. Toxic stress is intense, frequent, or prolonged adversity. But not all stress is bad. Some stress can alert and prepare us and build healthy brain structures to cope with future stress. Unlike positive or tolerable stress, toxic stress is in the absence of the protective relationships, and this can have negative effects on development. Impairment to the hippocampus damages the ability to create, store, and retrieve information and memories. Think of the hippocampus like a human's inner hard drive. It stores our memory, and just like actual hard drives, we can boost its performance. Every time you learn something new, a unique neural pathway is created. Revisiting this new discovery makes the pathway stronger. It's then easier for your hippocampus function to recall the information. In other words, when you review for a quiz or a test, you are in fact making your neural pathway stronger. So when your teacher tells you to study, it really does help. Let's look at some ways to improve our hippocampus function. First, exercise. Most exercises help the brain and the hippocampus function in some way. Aerobic exercise is a great place to start. You can walk, run, ride your bike, swim, box, or even dance. Second, eat blueberries. They contain the highest amount of antioxidants, which helps you improve your memory. But if you don't like blueberries, try dark chocolate. Studies have shown that eating dark chocolate can increase cerebral blood flow and promote the formation of synapses between our neurons. Third, practice mindfulness. Studies have shown that practicing mindfulness can cause hippocampus growth and improve your memory. Lastly, stimulate your brain. Perform some mental gymnastics such as puzzles, crosswords, or card games to spark new connections between nerve cells and maybe even help your brain generate new cells. Thanks for watching, Tigers. Catch us next week with another Mindful Monday.